to be honest, I want a normal life more than anything. I don't want fame. I don't want to be this tour DJ. I would be happy if I just lived the rest of my life DJing in the living room on YouTube.
Welcome to another episode of Follow Suit. As always, I'm your host, P.O. And we are here at the Charlotte Podcast Studio. Today, we have a very, very special guest. Go DJ. That's my DJ. My fam for a very, very long time of 2 weeks. DJ Micki Blendz.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I appreciate you taking the time to come out. I know you're very busy. Every time I hit you up, you got a club to do, you got a mile run to do. So I appreciate you taking time out your schedule.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. I love doing podcasts, and I haven't done one in a very long time. So I'm excited today.
Well, of course. Well, I appreciate that. So thank you. With me being an out-of-towner, it was very good for me to go on social media. And every time I looked up like things that was happening in the city, your name kept popping up and your face kept popping up. And every venue I saw, it was like, dang, I need to tap in with her because she's doing something positive. But the biggest thing I saw was the energy and the vibes. With you being a DJ, first I want to see, like, what was it that inspired you to become a DJ? Because that's rare for women.
Yeah, it is extremely rare, but thank God now we have like a lot more coming up. I tend to ramble. I hope I don't start rambling, it's an interesting journey. So originally, growing up, I played piano for like 5 years. I was okay. The thing is that I wanted to do it when I was younger, and my parents, they didn't put me in it until I was headed to middle school. And by then I was like, this isn't cool. I don't want to do this. This is corny. Now I regret that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have went full at it. I mean, I could have been a producer.
Right.
But so when my dad would take me to my piano lessons, we would always listen to the 5 o'clock traffic mix. And it would be like, I think it would be Incognito and Butterfingers. So just listening to them every Wednesday for those 5 years that I would go to practice, I was just always like, man, like DJing is really cool. Like I just always thought it was dope, but I never thought that I would have access to it. It wasn't that I wanted to do with them, but I was intrigued. And also around the same time, I was burning CDs.
Burning CDs.
I was burning CDs.
Don't tell your age. Don't tell your age.
So my godmom's ex-husband, he used to be a bootlegger. And when I would come over there, he would just let me have at it, and I would be burning everything. So it got to a point where I would start selling CDs at school, and then I would carry around like a notebook or whatever. And then so people were like, oh, can you come and like do the music at my party? And this was in middle school. And it's crazy looking back at like how like, dang, it's like I've kind of always been doing this.
Right.
So I would like sit at the stereo and I would like switch out the CDs and I would like choose the songs and I would create the playlist for the party, burn fresh CDs for the party. So it's almost like it started then. Then by the time I got to high school, you know, we're not really burning CDs like that anymore. It's all like MP3. People would get in the car and they're like, oh, you always got the best music in your car. Always, always. I actually have a playlist dedicated to that era. You can check that out on Spotify. I actually need to make it public. But anywho, I told you I ramble.
It's okay.
So then by the time I got to college, I locked back in with music. By my freshman year, I realized DJ Weatherman, also his name is Roger. We went to Independence together. And I was like, oh my God, like you DJ, like that is so dope. Like I've always thought it was cool, but I never thought that I would have access or get the tools to learn. And I was like, can you teach me? Like I'll buy you food, whatever it is. Like I'll do it. I got my flex card, my Aggie flex card. Cause at this point we were at A&T, and I was like, whatever you need, like I'll get you food. Like just please teach me. And he was like, all right, bet. And so he started teaching me. And
oh wow. So that's an interesting story because like one little thing we got in common. My godfather, he was a pianist. Wow. Is that how you say it? Pianist?
Yeah.
Yes. He played the piano very, very well. He played it for the church. He was very good at it. And he taught me at an early age.
Wow.
So I used to be young at his house playing the piano.
So you played for a little bit.
Yeah, but see, when I was 7, my godfather got killed, and I never touched the piano again.
Oh my gosh.
And just like you, it was something that like, damn, I wish I would have kept doing it. And my
Yeah.
grandmother, she kept his piano in the church. Still to this day, it's there. And my wife's mom, she don't play the piano, but she randomly got one. And I just be like, man, I wish that was something that I stuck with.
It's a sign.
Yeah,
We're
but
just talking about legacy on the way in
we
here,
were,
like,
we were. I was very, very big into music, but that's another topic for another day. But to your point about DJing, a lot of times we as a people, we have these interests, but society don't tell us ways that unless it's a structured path and how you can go about it. Like, I want to be a doctor. I go to school to be a doctor. You get your doctorate, and boom,
right.
there's the job. But when you have these unique traits, they don't really have a blueprint for that, or at least they don't display that early on. So there was a lot of people I went to school with who were musical geniuses or people who can write. I can write very well. I can write songs. I can write books. I can write whatever.
Hmm.
But there was no direct path to success for that. So a lot of times it was like, don't waste your time with that.
Yeah.
What you supposed to do with this love for music? So what was something like who inspired you to kind of make that transition to, like, I know you kind of touched on saying your friend that you went to school with kind of was what got you into it,
Hmm.
but what was it like that you had to really give up and say, you know what, F it, I'm going all in. This is what I want to do, and you went for it.
I think like actually seeing women do it,
Mm,
that was what did it for me because of course like I grew up like loving Jazzy Jeff and all the legends for sure, but I didn't see me in them, so I didn't think that it
the
was
relatability, yeah.
yeah, it was ever a thing for me. I remember seeing the girl in the Ray J Wait a Minute video, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's doing." I was like 8 years old. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's a DJ!" Like I can, but then I never saw it again
Yeah.
after that. And then I think by like I started following like Vashti's vlog when I was in high school.
Hmm.
So she definitely inspired me. And then Solange had also started DJing. So seeing women do it is what
Hmm.
made me truly feel like, oh, like I can actually do
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what from your standpoint, what's one of the most like misperceptions of like female DJs? What's one thing that people, because it's a male dominated industry,
Hmm.
and like you said, there's more and more women into it. But like for me, I can probably name on one hand the
Yeah.
amount of DJs that female DJs that I know. You being one of them. Obviously, Spinderella, that's another one from Salt
Yeah.
and Pepper. But like, what's one of the things that's always like misinterpreted about female DJs?
That they just don't know what they're doing
Yeah,
just because they're a woman. How it is like if you see a woman working on a car, you don't know what you're doing, girl. Like so
yeah.
oftentimes like I can walk into a venue and people think, oh, you're the videographer, you're the
Mm.
photographer, you're they think I'm everything but the DJ.
You know, the crazy part about that, growing up, when we have parties, we go to parties, or when people make music,
Mhm.
what's the audience they want to attract?
Women.
The women. The women.
And that's
So
always my reply. I'm like, somebody got to do it for the ladies. Like,
yeah, yeah.
and so it's always like, I love when it's like the end of the party and the same person who was questioning me when I came in there, they like, oh my God, like you did that. Or the
Yeah.
whole time they were like looking back, like that's what I love the most. Like just kind of like, proving people wrong. But they never think we can do it.
Is it ever hard for you, like just on the vulnerable side, like when you're thinking about that, do you ever have doubts going into certain events? Like, man, what if I can't live up to, because like you do some events, like the shit be going. I be
Thank
seeing
you.
this live events, and the whole build up to it is great.
Yeah.
The aftermath, when I see people posting about it, is great. But like you have an audience that you had to, you have a sound that you pretty much kind of create. I was listening to some of the playlists that you do, and like, what is it that you want them to feel like when you're behind the turntables?
Um, I feel like so I love to kind of bend genres, like a consider myself a genre bender.
Hmm.
So I just want people to feel like they can dance to anything,
Hmm.
and that's why I don't like doing clubs anymore, or being in certain nightlife spaces, if you know what I mean, because
Hmm.
you can't be playful with it. I want people to feel nostalgic. I want people to time travel when they're listening to my
Okay.
mixes. I feel like I want to tell a story.
Yeah, yeah,
So like I like to kind of hook people in and where they're like, oh gosh, like, oh, that made sense. Like I like it when they can catch, oh, I see why you did that because those two songs are the same
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
So just kind of tying it together. I like for people to just kind of feel like just those memories, or
Yeah.
like, oh my God, you DJ'd my 30th birthday, and I will never forget that you played so and so, and I haven't heard that song in like 10 years. Like, those are the moments that I live
Yeah,
for.
yeah. Well, see, for me, I have it tattooed on my wrist. My motto has always been more pain, better music. Because no matter what you're going through, like when you're going through certain pain, that music hit different. You
Oh
might have
my
heard this,
God.
whether it's like a death or a breakup or something like that.
Yeah.
Like whatever you're going through, for some reason, a song you heard a million times, it hits home, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
remember where they were at when they
How it
heard
made
that
them
song. Yeah,
feel.
how it made them feel
Yeah.
in that moment. So I think it's therapeutic, the things that you do. And a lot of people might not see it that way. A lot of people don't have a love for music in that way. So for you, what's something that you had to really, really give up? Because I'm sure, you being a young Black woman, there was other things that your parents might have want you to get into outside of that. What were some of those things that did they want you to go like, hey, you need to go be a teacher or a lawyer? What
No.
were some of those things that they pushed you to?
You know, it's crazy. My parents have been supportive from day one.
Really?
Day one. My parents have never spoken fear over me. So I was like 6 years old speaking in front of the congregation. Like, they've never said, "Are you nervous?"
Hmm.
I've never known what being nervous was,
Yeah.
at least not in a sense of public speaking or performance aspect.
Right.
I feel like I get nervous sometimes when it comes to like socializing. I get a little weird. I'm a little awkward.
Hmm.
But when it comes to like just having a stage and having the floor and being me, like, I'm totally fine. They never put that on me. So matter of fact, when I told them that I wanted to start DJing, I didn't even ask for equipment. Like, I was just getting started, and I guess they just believed in me that much. Like, it was one Christmas morning, I was 19, home from college. We're all opening our gifts, and my mom is bringing out back scratchers, and I'm like, I want a back scratcher. Like, why is everyone getting one but me? Like, where's mine
Yeah, you got
at?
a different type of scratcher.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad goes behind the sofa and he's like, we got something else you could scratch. And I'm like, y'all orchestrated that whole moment for me. Like, that's kind of like,
That was cool.
that was so cool. So from then, that was my dad bought me a turntable. It wasn't the right one, but
It's okay. That's investment.
they were
And
supporting me
yeah.
from day one. So other than that, I mean, I went to school for journalism and mass communications. So it was always kind of
I
intertwined.
got you.
I would do things at WNAA 90.1 at A&T. So I was involved in the radio station at school, involved in the TV station at school. So I think they kind of knew that I would be
That's your
okay
heart.
because I was
Yeah.
just kind of already in that entertainment field.
I got
I
you.
wanted to be an entertainment journalist.
Okay.
That was what I
Okay.
wanted to
Okay.
do.
Okay.
But I had a baby. So I don't know if you know that, but I have a daughter.
Well, I did know that, but I wasn't gonna bring it up until you brought it up. So I'm glad you did. So that's a great transition. So, like, first of all, how old is your baby?
She is 11. She'll actually be 12 next month.
Really? Well, happy birthday. What's her name? Oh, you ain't got
London.
that.
London, that's fine. Yeah.
L Boogie. Happy
Everybody
birthday,
knows.
baby.
Yeah, yeah.
With you being a mother and you're DJing, so you're out nights. That's the biggest time when you want to spend time with your baby. So what is that balance like with you being a DJ and being out in public? And you said you're not an awkward person, but the interactions socially
Yeah.
can be awkward. And then you have a child you have to come home to. What is that dynamic like?
That is a great question. I struggle with it to this day, and I'm basically 14 years in at this point.
Mhm.
You're never gonna find balance. You just have to find harmony.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm kind of getting to that space where I'm just appreciative each day that I get to do something that I love. But it does suck because, like, to be honest, I want a normal life.
Yeah.
More than anything, I don't want fame. I don't want to be this tour DJ. I would be happy if I just lived the rest of my life DJing in the living room on YouTube
Yeah.
and could make money from there and support me and my daughter. But I enjoy working with brands, but I don't know. I really, more than anything, like, I love time with family. Like, that is really important to me.
Yeah.
So now that she's a little bit older, it's a little bit easier because we can have conversations about how she's feeling. And I could be more aware to spend that time. The minute I had her, I was, parents, here you go.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta give
And her
back to
dad is a
you.
DJ too, so that also,
Really?
yeah, her dad is also a DJ,
Wow.
and I know that's hard on her because it's like, dang, I have two parents
From
that are
both
gone all the
sides.
time.
Yeah, damn.
So yeah, those are things that I lose sleep over.
Yeah. Well, but see, like you said, you have a village in your family.
Yeah,
Clearly, they have trust in you and support you. And then you have
absolutely.
a daughter who's old enough now that you can speak to. And, you know, and I get your point too, because like with me, I don't really like care for attention. I'm a very, very humble person.
Yeah,
I'm just a very big personality. Like
right.
it's the second you see me, hey, what's up, fam? It's love.
Yeah,
And I wanted to be that big warm embrace. And my wife knows that like I'm supposed to be out in front of people speaking. That requires me to be gone right now. It's a Saturday. I coach football also. So all
yeah.
night I was going coaching a football game, but here I am on a Saturday and I'm out doing this.
The
But
sacrifice.
the sacrifice, but she knows like this is something that's what you're meant to do. And it's something that even if you don't see it, I see it in you. And that
Yeah,
support means a lot to me.
that's everything.
I'm very appreciative of my wife because I wouldn't have even taken this leap to get to this point without her support. So I would just say to you as a friend and as somebody who's going through that, lean on the people who support you and just know
Yeah.
that you're doing it with purity in your heart. And you know, don't lose sleep over that because you know,
Thank you.
yeah,
That does make me feel better. So I do have a lot of support. But I just, like mom guilt is real.
I believe it.
And I mean, like I said, like I was finishing my degree when I had her. I was in my senior year, and I was like, "Who is breastfeeding? I gotta go back to school,
Yeah.
get this formula. Mom and dad, here you go."
Yeah.
And then her dad and I, we were in like a weird space at the time. So I was like, I'm just trying to get this degree. And then by then, like, I was like, well, I guess my dreams are shot of being an entertainment journalist.
Yeah.
Like, I can't intern anywhere that I thought I was going to intern. Like, I was in touch with Viacom and like things were kind of cool before the pregnancy. And then, but thank God everything still worked out. I honestly don't think that I would have still DJ'd if it wasn't for her.
And that's what you never know when it's
Yeah.
happening. It's just like, damn.
I
like you
definitely
said.
think she's the reason I still do it. Yeah.
So let's peel the layers back on that a little bit from a vulnerable standpoint. Like you said, Viacom, that's a major name.
Mm-hmm.
Like how old were you when you got pregnant?
21.
Okay. I didn't have my first kid till I was like 28.
God bless you. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
you
yeah.
live your life. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out to
That's
us.
right.
But for you to feel like you had, because I know with me when I felt like I had certain things I was building up towards, and then the floor gets ripped up from underneath me. I sit in that for a little bit, and that especially when I was in my 20s,
Yeah.
that was very hard to deal with. So for you, 22 years old, you having conversation with Viacom, and you're thinking like, oh shit, this is it's happening.
Yeah.
Everything I ever wanted, I worked for, is happening. And then now, did you take it out on her dad? Was it like, not like physically, but
Yeah.
were you blaming him? Were you blaming yourself? What kind of like sadness did you deal with? Or was it just like you embraced it, you hit the ground running? What was it like?
It was definitely a shock. I felt like I was going to a D1 school playing basketball and I was about to be in the NBA and
Draft night,
and
it
I
was
got
over.
injured. That was how I
Oh.
felt. But I don't want to say that I took it out on anybody. I was angry with myself more than anything because of my decisions. I was upset because I knew that I disappointed my dad. My mom was like, whatever you want to do, we're going to support you. If you want to have your baby, like, we got you. But
Yeah.
my dad was like, oh, I know this. He was upset.
That's right, Pops.
Yeah. Great. I love my dad. My dad is one of my best friends. But I was really disappointed in myself more than anything because I can blame him. Even what I went through with him because it was not a safe situation. And I've never said that out loud before on a podcast, but it was not a safe situation.
Sorry.
But I blamed myself more than anything because it's just like, you know better.
Yeah.
You know better. And I mean, from there, I was just like, all right, I got to bartend for a little bit. I got to be a bottle girl for a little bit.
Yeah.
I got to do these things until I could find a job. And the first job that I found was in accounting. And then that made me depressed because
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I got this new baby. I got this whack ass accounting job.
You don't love it. It's just a
I'm just
paycheck.
going through the motions.
Yeah.
I'm just, but then that was when the gigs started coming. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting my gigs here and there on the weekend. And then I got to a point where I was able to do it full time. And I was thankful for the journey because to this day, I don't live with any regrets, like no
Okay,
regrets at all.
good,
Like
good.
everything is a part of the plot.
Yeah.
It's all a part of the character development.
I like the way you put that.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So once I got to the point where I was like able to do it full time, I was like, oh, okay, like this was all supposed to happen the way that it did.
Yeah.
And I actually went back to working for someone else full time after 2 years because I was like, dang, you start working for yourself, it gets a little crazy.
And people don't understand that. They think when you work for yourself, you got it made and you got all the time in the world. And neither
You
one of
have
those.
no time.
You have no time and you don't got it
You
made.
don't. And in that world, like in the world of DJing and nightlife, it's a lot of drinking, at least for me. For me, so I can't speak for every DJ, but for me, and if I'm in a space that I know that I'm not supposed to be in, or I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't really be DJing this, but you got bills to pay, then I'm like,
get through it.
yeah.
And I remember I bartended when I was like 22.
Okay,
But
yep.
they were drinking heavily. I like to drink, but I don't love to drink. I'm not trying to drink Monday through.
Yeah, I'm not on the daily.
No,
But if I'm
weekend.
DJing on Wednesday night and a Tuesday night, and then I wake up and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, bring it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but at that time, I just knew like this is not the life for me. And on one of my last episodes, a guy was just saying how you never want to go against your morals when you want to do something just to get it done or just to say you did it. You want to stay true to your morals. And, being a parent, I try to constantly remind myself of that. I never want to break character.
Yeah.
You talk about character development. Once it's developed, you don't want to break that character to compromise who you are for anybody else. So that's how I try and look at things and how I try to continue to get through the day-to-day. But I know that has to be tough in your world.
It is, and I'm still struggling with it. But I feel like that's a part of why I went back to working because I'm like I need some sense of normalcy in my life.
Yeah.
Stability. Stability. I want a normal day to day, and if going back working full time means that I get to like come home and be with my daughter in the evening, and maybe I could pick a weekend here and there that I want to work, or maybe one random week not, but at least I'm not living that every day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot, but. I mean, thank God that I like what I'm doing now. I'm not in accounting anymore. I'm in marketing, so it's great. I get to create every day. And so I'm like, it all worked out how it was supposed to work out. Thank you, Jesus.
Glad to hear that. So some quick get to know you questions. If you can list your top 5 favorite artists, no matter what genre, who would those artists, if you put in your ultimate playlist together, I gotta have these 5.
I hate these kind of questions.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I don't mean to sound controversial, but I can separate the art from the artist.
I know where this is going.
Kanye West is always up there for me. He's going to be on every single playlist that I have. I have to hear him about every day almost.
Let me make a comment on him. Despite because I can also separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
He is the greatest complete music. Like I've never met somebody or never heard of somebody who can make music the way he does, but also produce at the same level that he does.
Same level.
He's a top 5 producer and top 10 rapper. That's
for me, definitely.
That's rare air. So yeah. I understand that.
So it's always going to be Kanye for me. It's always going to be Pharrell for me. Pharrell was actually always before Kanye. Yes, you get it.
Yeah, skateboard. They used to say before I had facial hair, they used to say I look like
what?
And when I was skinny, when I was like in like 9th, 10th grade, and my name started with a P, it was
okay. You like
it was a weird time. It was a weird time. Football changed.
Skateboard P.
Yeah,
football
man.
P.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Kanye, Pharrell, big NERD fan. Like I definitely loved NERD. I think the Neptunes are like the greatest producers. They're a part of that group of greatest producers of our of all time. Not our time, but of all time. So let's see who else. That's 2. My parents made sure that I knew Sade, so I definitely love Sade.
You got the Sade little. The hairdo right
I,
now. Yeah, yeah,
anytime I wear a slick back bun, they're like, all right, I see you.
yeah.
Like, it's just simple. But let's see, who else? Oh gosh. Oh, I love Leon Thomas.
Oh, fire.
And yeah, I was really like, even before like Mutt and everything that he's doing right now, like I was always listening to, Pen Game is crazy.
Pen is crazy.
His pen is crazy. But like a lot of his like mixtapes, like he's, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like definitely a Leon Thomas fan. And this is so hard because I love so much music. I can't just squeeze everything in, and then I'm gonna watch back and be like, oh my God, why didn't I name so and so and so and so and so and so. Also love Solange, as I mentioned earlier.
That's a random one, but
Really?
again, for somebody who loves music, they will get it. But I don't expect the common everyday person to just say Solange. But somebody who's like listening to lyrics, all day.
Oh man. Oh, and the way she harmonizes, like, it's crazy. So what is that? 4?
That's 4. You got Kanye, Pharrell, Solange, and who did you say before?
I think I only said those 4.
No.
As far as artists.
Sade.
And you know what? I have to do this. It's not current because she's not doing what she could do right now. But as an ode to my childhood and to my dog that is named after her, Little Kim.
Oh, okay. No, I can definitely hear that. Yeah, Lil Kim.
From way back.
And she don't look the same. It's just listen, black women
don't look the same, don't sound the same.
Embrace your beauty, black women. She didn't need to change herself.
Yeah, she really didn't.
But we still love you, Kim.
Yeah.
We still love
and I know she's not on anybody's top 5, but just for me and my sound and what makes me like what I like about music, she definitely has a major influence on that. Yeah. And that just goes back to Biggie, to be honest.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so he's one of my faves as well.
So if you had one question for me, what would it be?
What made you go into podcasting? Because I've thought of it, I've considered it. Like, I can have great conversations with my friends and we're like, we should start a podcast.
Yeah.
But then it's always talked. What made you actually get serious and lock in and be like, oh, I'm about to do this?
Well, somebody asked me that before too. And it was when my uncle passed and I wanted something to kind of like highlight and talk about being vulnerable and showing that side of black men, because we don't highlight that enough. And people just look at black men as aggressive or like they're intimidated by it. And with me being a man of a larger stature, people often look at me like that. But like I always say, it's love when I see you. It's love when I see anybody. I just want people to feel that love and that energy. So my friends, we sat, and I actually, it's crazy. In January 26th of 2020, we were sitting down putting together a podcast. But what happened on January 26th of 2020?
Oh, gosh.
All of us black men were together and we got the message about Kobe. And you just get six men in the room and we grown ass men tearing up like, hey, I gotta go. But my friends, they didn't really, that conversation never left that room. And we never wanted to like act on it past that. So like 6 months went by and it would just be kind of talk. And then I was like, you know what? COVID happened. I'm doing it. I'm gonna just do it and see what happens. And then here we are. So
going crazy too at that. I feel like 2020 was the year a lot of people jumped out and was like, you know what? That thing that I've been saying that I was gonna do, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
We have nothing but time.
Yeah, no choice, right? So if there was one narrative you would change about the black culture, what would that narrative be?
Ooh, that we're a monolith.
Can you explain that?
We're just not the same. Like, I know we have our jokes about stereotypes and things like that. Almost like you said, you wouldn't think that someone would say, like, name a Solange. We're so many extensions of ourselves. We're not just what you see in the media. We're not what you hear on the radio. Like, we make music beyond that. I don't even like anything that's on the radio right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like that affirmation song. I like that song.
Who sings that?
My affirmation self real.
I ain't hip. I'm straight to my playlist.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that
give me hip. I'm straight to my playlist.
But I just don't like the narrative that we're just in this box that white America has placed us in. For instance, it's great to see you, a black married man, sitting here having this conversation. I think that's amazing. We don't see that enough.
Appreciate that.
You know, people are always like, oh, you know, black men don't take care of their kids. They don't do this. They don't do that. They
My
don't like
kids live with me.
you have examples every day of that. And I just hate that we're the one community with the most negative.
So it's funny you say that, because the purpose and the way I got the title "Follow Suit" is because as a culture, I feel like we've been dealt a bad hand, and they expect us to follow suit. But I want to change the narrative for that. So on that note,
Almost like they tell you shut up and dribble.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I appreciate you guys today. Again, my name is P.O. We have the great DJ Micki Blendz. All love, family. I appreciate you. We're here from Charlotte Podcast Studio. No S, Charlotte Podcast Studio. And shout out to Gold Level Spirits for the drinking glasses. We appreciate you always. You guys be blessed.